What's up, everybody? Blue Gabe. Welcome to Mims, Florida. We are right on the intercoastal, and yes, it's night. It's actually, I don't know if you can see that right there. It's a full moon night, and we are going shrimping. But that's not all we're doing. We're gonna wake up tomorrow morning and take some of the shrimp that we catch tonight and go fish for redfish and for sea trout, maybe a big black drum. But right now, tonight, we're going shrimping. Holy moly, that's bright. So I wanted to show you the lights right now. Okay, turn them off. These are my outrigger lights. If you have a boat, I had these installed 4 years ago when I had the boat built, and I've never had a single problem with a single one of the lights on the entire boat. And I use those lights a lot for fish gigging, for all kinds of cool stuff. Even sometimes just when we're camping, I use them to light up camp. Tonight, we're gonna use them to shrimp. And I also have another light that we're gonna throw in the water. I have it hooked on a weight, and I'll show you that in a minute. One thing about tonight that's special, it's one of Crystal's favoriteest things in the whole wide world. It's freezing cold.
It is cold.
So we had dinner tonight with my kids and my parents. Had to tell them some extra special news that we will be telling you guys about soon. As soon as dinner was over, my mom dropped the kids off at their mom's house, and Crystal and I started packing, and I told her, I said, it's gonna be really cold, so make sure you have your frog togs, make sure you have everything you need. Y'all, she didn't pack nothing, and this girl gets cold in a desert. I have no idea why, but she's going to freeze tonight. One thing that's different about tonight that I've never done before, I've never shrimped using my power pole trolling motor via putting it on anchor mode. So that's gonna be interesting, because when I throw the light out, it's hooked to a weight. That might be a problem. I don't think it will, but it could maybe cause a problem. But probably not, because you can legally have 5 gallons of shrimp. We're only after like 2 or 3 gallons, just enough to eat tomorrow while we're fishing, and maybe a couple dinners this week, but we do need to go catch them. So right now I'm gonna launch the boat. It's dark, you can't see. I'll see y'all down there. Where we plan on doing some shrimping. Now, I was told that high tide was gonna be around 10:30 tonight. It's 2 in the morning, and they're just starting to run. We use these great big dip nets, and I'll show you how I use it in just a minute. Look at that one right there.
Jumbo.
I caught that one, didn't I?
No.
Crystal said, I'm ready to go home.
I'm so tired.
She's tired, she's cold. So, show them that green light. When we first started doing this, we would catch them in that green light and not use these lights. You're gonna see them just like right there. I turn on red. It's gonna be harder to show you guys, but the red light, look, there's a shrimp right there going through. See him?
Yes.
The red light, they stand out so much better. Look right here. Come over the side. You see him? Can you see him in the camera?
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Catch him barehanded, Gabe.
That's a good one.
That was a big one.
Yeah. Look, there's another one coming through the light right here. Oh, look right here. Look right over the side of the boat. Now, the reason they have such a long sock is so you can sit here and just net shrimp after shrimp after shrimp. Oh, he ducked me. So, like I said, we used to put 4 of those green lights out, and that's all we would use. But we had the left side of the boat with nothing, and we're using our red light. And then we had the green side with the green light, and we are catching way, way more over here. In the darkness, you can see them coming with the red light. You can see their eyes glowing. There's one out there, 2 out there. Look right here. Look right here, double. Oh. Oh, here he goes up front. Oh, he ducked me.
Look at all that bait fish.
But you just get the net right underneath him and scoop him up. Now, we don't normally catch the little ones, but tomorrow we're gonna go red fishing, and we need a bunch of live bait. But I don't like using big ones, so we're gonna use the little ones for live bait, and the mediums and larges we're gonna eat. This power pole move trolling motor has an anchor mode, and when I hit it, you'll see in just a second, it's gonna now hold me right where we're at, because we're too deep to use the power poles. Now we're parked right on top of the green light. You should be able to see more shrimp come through. Right there's one. See him?
Ooh. Hey, buddy.
Look right here.
Oh, yeah, nice one.
Without the red light, their eyes don't glow. What is this? What the heck is that? Whatever it is, I just caught it. Oh yeah, this is the best part of the day. I love catching unique things.
What in the world?
So I always try to shake off the net before I dump it. Let me go ahead and dump it in the bucket.
Oh my gosh, he has a big old mouth on him.
I don't know what the heck it is.
Careful, don't let it. Might be poisonous. What in the? Have you ever seen something like that?
No. This is not what I was thinking it is. Look at his really cool fins. I can't get him to open them very well. Look at that. How neat. Look at these really sharp spines right there. He was just heading out with the shrimp. Let's turn. You want to touch him?
My hands are full.
Look at the shrimp right over there.
Yep. What a cool fish. Oh, I hate to see him go.
You never know what you're gonna see out here.
He likes us.
So normally when these shrimp start to run, they don't just trickle, they'll like pour out, especially right now. My buddy Kenny, who owns the Airbnb that we're staying at, he said they've been catching their limit in just a couple hours. Well, tonight it took so long for the tide to change, and then they started to trickle. So for like the last 2 hours, we're like, oh, they're gonna run. They're about to start, they're about to start. But there's just been slow and steady.
You got him.
Just like that. Every now and then they'll shoot down deep on you. I'm gonna run him down. Look at that biggin.
Oh, biggin.
There's more shrimp than you can net right here. We were just getting ready to leave. Crystal's cold. Look at them all. They really don't like the white lights. Look at them. Oh. We'll have plenty to take turkey hunting with us this weekend now.
Oh, biggin.
So we'll take the ones like this that we want to eat, and don't think I don't like eating the smaller ones. We'll take these and put them on ice tonight when we get back to the house, and then we'll save probably about 3 dozen of these perfect ones for live bait. Got him. I would love to say good morning, but we're far past good morning. I should say good afternoon. When we got in from the boat last night and finally got our head into bed, it was 4:30 a.m. To my surprise, I've got it covered up right now so it's not going to get so hot in the sun. All of our live shrimp made it. It's absolutely crazy how long these little bubblers last. I figured the batteries wouldn't last an hour, and I turned it on last night about midnight, and it's now 12 o'clock the next day, and it's still kicking. That's a pleasant surprise when you wake up and your live bait's alive, because the first thing I thought of was, crap, I know my shrimp are dead. That boat last night, I do it in a lot of videos. I got to give this boat credit. We went in places, we didn't film it because we were only using the red light and you couldn't have seen anything, but we were in water 4 inches deep, raging current. It never ceases to amaze me just how flawless that thing is. That boat makes my life so easy. But what's gonna make my life even better this morning is the AM Cafe. My buddy Kenny, I called him this morning. I'm like, what's the best breakfast restaurant y'all got here in Mims, Florida? And he said the AM Cafe. Crystal's inside, we've already ordered. I'm literally starving. I walked in there starving. I couldn't eat another piece of food walking out if I had to. We had crab cake, eggs Benedict. Holy moly, that was good. And then Crystal, some reason, thought, well, we could probably eat 2 blueberry pancakes too. And that didn't work out. If you're here in Mims, check out AM Cafe. Crystal and I give it a 10 out of a 10.
I'm stuffed.
I told you not to overdo it with the pancake.
I had to just try a couple bites of the pancake. The crab cakes were amazing.
You know what else is gonna be good? Some boiled shrimp that we caught last night about 5:30, 6 o'clock this afternoon on the boat. Some Old Bay and butter.
I still can't believe we stayed up till 4:30 in the morning.
Well, in my defense, you did take a nap on the boat.
I did. From like 11 to midnight, I took a nap on the boat.
She was out. Looked like a little ball back there curled up. All right, we're headed to the boat ramp. And yes, I gotta put my seatbelt on. You can actually see last night where we were shrimping was all just right around this area. The boat ramp's just right there, and there was people catching shrimp as far as you could see that away down the intercoastal, all through right here, and all the way that way as far as you could see. But there was a giant biomass right about where this bird's flying, right in here, that we found really late last night. It was absolutely incredible. I had started to begin losing hope that we weren't going to see that big biomass that everybody was talking about. We did good and we caught a bunch of shrimp, but when we went to leave and come home and I had to go out and around all of those boats, holy moly, the shrimp. We're going to have enough shrimp now to eat today, to take turkey hunting with us this weekend, and to take to Georgia with us next weekend when we take the kids for spring break catfishing. We got a lot. Last night, as soon as we put the boat in the water, we got right on the edge and came down this edge of mangroves looking for flounder. I figured I'd see 1 or 2, but we didn't see any. And then I come across and was going to go to that point, and when I got right out there where that sign is, I put our red light on. It's just a headlight, I'll show it in a minute. And all of a sudden there were shrimp everywhere, but I had to chase them with the trolling motor because they were swimming so fast. So we did that for like 2 hours, and then we moved out right about where that boat is, which is just on the outside of the sandbar, and started catching them pretty good. But then right when we decided to go home, we were right here, just on the outside of the sandbar, and went out about 30 feet. There was tons of boats right on the edge. We went out and around them, and as soon as we got on the outside of them, holy moly, we started catching shrimp like absolutely crazy. And we only showed you guys a couple minutes of it. We sat there and caught 5 gallons really quick. Right now though, we're gonna run across the Mosquito Lagoon and go all the way to the back side. The wind's blowing pretty hard out of the east, so we're gonna get on the far east wall. We should be out of the wind, and we should be able to visually see some of these redfish that whooped me the last trip we were here. Do I actually have a redfish? Uh-oh.
The catfish. Oh my gosh.
You guys, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, I am not a good red fisherman at all. These saltwater catfish will spine you so bad. Where we're fishing at in the Mosquito Lagoon, I've always been able to come here and catch a couple, but the last 2 trips, not so much. Right here in front of us, we came through here about 2 hours ago and there was redfish everywhere on an oyster bar. So we come in here real quietly, we used some of the shrimp that we caught last night, and I just threw them both out. Well, Crystal threw hers and I threw mine, and at least we got good shrimp to eat for dinner. I'm gonna keep fishing though. See, I got a circle hook, 12-pound test leader, a little split shot just so I can cast it. I don't know. Redfish stump me every single time.
A few moments later.
Just when we thought we wouldn't catch one. I put power poles down. We're both using 12-pound test leader. That's super light.
Have you seen it? Is it a red?
I would imagine it is. I know this isn't the most exciting fishing and I haven't showed you much of it yet, but this is something Crystal and I like to do, and just come out here and quiet. We can get out of the wind somewhere out here. There's so many islands. You can always get somewhere. He's giving this Stratic heck. This rod that I'm using is made by Fitzgerald Fishing. It's like my...
For crying out loud, you're missing important plot points.
We needed that fish.
That's why you don't use 12-pound tests. But if you don't go light, they won't eat it.
He just came off the hook. The line didn't even break.
He just come off. Darn it. That was a big one. That was probably a 15-pound red.
We've been trying to catch that fish for
hours.
6 hours. Sometimes you gotta get in the bed.
Yeah. You guys always say, oh, how do you catch fish every time? We might go 10 or 15 times without catching fish and just show you when we do. It's so hard to see these fish. Let me see. You can see all the shadows in the water. And I'll come through an area and go pretty fast and I'll see them. And then I'll come back like 2 hours later, because typically they'll be in the same spot. And I just threw my shrimp right there from way back there and was just drifting up to it and dunk. That's rare if something comes off of a circle hook though. All we can do is keep trying. It has been about 6 hours since we ate lunch. So I'm thinking it don't get much prettier than right here. Behind Crystal, there's a pretty deep pocket. It's about 2 foot instead of 8 inches like it is right here. I'm gonna power pull this boat down right here in this little gap so we can throw with the wind that way. See if we can't catch something. And cook some shrimp, because I'm starving. The last time we were here, we filmed some hogs come across right here. If we sit here quietly, we'll probably see some again. That's about as shallow as I can go. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want to spook anything. I don't even know what I don't want to spook, but I just don't want to spook anything. That little cooker right there is so handy. You can throw it in the bow of the boat. Easy, you don't have to worry about charcoal. You don't have to worry about making a little fire. If you don't have one of those, they sell them at Walmart. They sell them all over the place. They're super easy, about 40 bucks. The little propane canisters are like $2, $3 a piece. That makes your life easy. I see where you're headed. This little lagoon. I don't know how deep it is out there in the open, but right here it's too shallow. I mean, it looks like it's about 8 inches deep, but she's real short.
Hog tracks.
Hog tracks everywhere? So we can't get the boat in there. Now I could on a plane run in there, but I don't want to mess the ecosystem up like that. So she's gonna go off and wade through there. If you see a hog, catch him.
All right.
I might not be able to catch a redfish on this trip, but I'm gonna be able to cook some good shrimp. All I brought for seasonings was Old Bay. About half a canister, maybe a quarter. When I started pouring that water, you could notice there was a little bit of water in there. I actually took a little bit of the salt water and put it in there and added fresh water to it. I've been deheading some shrimp. This is how I like to do it. If you take your time, you'll see the poop chute comes all the way out. See it wiggling? That's the poop chute. Then you can take them and chunk them out there and start chumming up fish with them. While we were fishing earlier, I went ahead and took all the heads off the ones we wanted to cook. The rest of these are gonna go turkey hunting with us into Georgia. My water just started boiling. See if I can do this one-handed. Oh yeah, no spillage of the shrimp. Now, if you've ever been interested in coming to Florida, or you're looking for somewhere to go in Florida, this Mosquito Lagoon area is pretty dang awesome. Sometimes it's hard to catch fish here, but to me, sometimes that's what keeps me coming back, trying to figure it out, trying to understand what I'm seeing and what's going on. My problem is I go, you know, with such long spurts of coming back. So if I find a fish right here one day and I come back 2 months later, maybe the water temperature has them different in areas, you know, maybe the current, I don't know, but it's tough, but I do love it. The Airbnb that we're staying at, I'll leave all the information for it and a link in the description below. It is amazing for kayaking. You can bring a boat and keep it in the driveway, but you can't keep it in the water there. But if you have kayaks or canoes, you can, the little canal right behind it, and you can access literally thousands upon thousands of acres of awesome fishing ground, really good shrimping, exploring, bird watching. This island right behind us is loaded with hogs. Right before dark, I guarantee you, you can just ease down the edge and see tons of wild hogs and coons. And right out in front of me, I got porpoise right now. They just popped up right there. There's all kinds of bird life here. You can do blue crabs, you can do all kinds of stuff. So what I'm trying to say, if you want to come somewhere, this is about Central Florida. Look up Mims, Florida, M-I-M-S. It's such an awesome location. You can come here and just get away. And the cool thing about the Airbnb is if you get groceries while you're coming, you don't have to leave. You can leave by kayak, go fish all day, come back and do that multiple days in a row. It is such an awesome place, and some very, very good friends of mine, Kenny and Sunday, they both own it, and you cannot get a nicer host. They're awesome people, and they have local knowledge too. So if you need, you know, a little bit of information on what's going on around here, they can help you. Like this morning when we wanted to go to breakfast, I just called Kenny. He's like, hey, go to AM Breakfast. That's where we went, and it was good. No fish?
No, it's too shallow in there.
You need to be throwing another dead shrimp way out there, and when we get done eating shrimp, we're gonna go back to the honey hole.
Okay. There's a bunch of dolphins.
Yeah, I know. I was just showing them on the camera, and then I saw some feeding on mullet way over there. You like this area?
I love this area. It's a lot of fun.
You want to know something really cool?
What?
At 7:45, right there, they're going to be launching a space shuttle with astronauts in it, and we're going to get literally a front row seat.
That'll be cool.
I wish y'all could smell this right here. Fresh, one-day-old shrimp that we caught. Simple Old Bay. Y'all already know. Look at that color. I just drained off the water, and I've got a half a stick of garlic butter. I'm gonna plop it in there. I'm also gonna add a little bit of more of the Old Bay. And I'm gonna just start stirring it around. The more you stir it, the more that butter will infuse with the shrimp and get caught up in the cracks of the shell. This is my favorite thing to eat. I haven't said it in a while, but can y'all smell that? How good was that nap you took on the boat while I was working my butt off shrimping for you?
It was good. It was so good I drooled. When I woke up, I was like...
How good did you sleep once we got home?
We fell right asleep. We did take a shower, and I will tell y'all, I would have done pretty much anything for a toboggan and some gloves. It was chilly.
So we live about 2.5 hours south from here, straight on the coast, almost straight south of where we're at. The difference of temperature was almost 25 degrees. When we left the house, it was not even cool out. When we got here, Crystal stepped out of the truck and she's like, what in the world? I said, hope you brought a jacket. We shrimped we got in the water at 10:30 and pulled out at about 3:55 or 4 o'clock, something like that, maybe even 4:15. So we shrimped for a while. Some peel and eats we caught ourselves. cooked right here on this beautiful little beach. And now we're about to enjoy them. Babe, I'm gonna hook you up, don't worry. The best part, you just chunk the shells right in the water. Voila.
It doesn't get fresher than that.
If we had some corn on the cob and some potatoes.
You cooked them perfectly.
With shrimp like this, you don't want to overcook them. It's better to actually undercook them than overcook them. Maybe 2-3 minutes in the boiling water, take them off, throw in a stick of butter, reheat them with some Old Bay. Then you can dip them in that butter. Oh. We can hear the ocean from right where we're at, and it sounds like the ocean is rough.
What I love about in here too is it's easy to get in out of the wind.
Anywhere.
It's really nice, anywhere, yeah. All these islands provide a lot of wind cover.
I've got a no-see-em right now bite me on my butt crack though that doesn't feel good. If you guys haven't seen my last video, and maybe you're not into turkey hunting, I would recommend watching it because it's one of my best hunting videos I've ever done. I really enjoyed it. We had some good content. The kids had a good time. Crystal had a blast. I'll put the thumbnail right here. It was a video I filmed a couple days ago. It was opening weekend of youth turkey season in the north zone of Florida. If your kids like to hunt, I really suggest them watching it. If you like to hunt, I know you'll like it too.
We're just gorging on shrimp.
I'm about to eat them all. Oops.
That was a big one.
That was the 5-second rule. Here, I'll make up for you. Here.
No, it's okay. That was funny.
One thing about out here in the Mosquito Lagoon, it's called the Mosquito Lagoon for a reason. Right at dark, you better be out there in the breeze. You don't want to be up here by land.
Are the no-see-ems bad too?
Yeah.
Look at that gorgeous sunset. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. It quit. Oh, look at the dolphins.
Look at the moon.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, how do you get more romantic than BlueGabe? I cook her a beautiful shrimp dinner on a beach, beautiful sunset, wildlife, the moonrise, a space shuttle launch. I've nailed every area of romance in one evening.
Except, Gabriel,
What?
we didn't catch no fish.
Yeah, you're right. Crystal's different than your average girl. She will legitimately get butthurt if she doesn't catch anything. Like a lot of women just like to fish with their husband and spend time with him. I honestly think she could care less. If I was here, she just wants to catch fish.
Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. Oh, it's a trout! Yay! Now it's the most romantic evening ever.
We're sitting here watching the space shuttle countdown.
Oh my goodness.
Do you have it on screen record?
Not yet, I was working on it. And my pole about got ripped out of the boat.
Simultaneously, my rod back here almost got jerked out. We only have a couple minutes before the space shuttle launch goes off, and I've never had this good of a view. 7:44, we got 1 minute. After all of that, they just canceled it literally seconds before it went off. So now I gotta make the dangerous run back to the house in the black dark. It can be super shallow out across the Mosquito Lagoon. It's dead low tide and I gotta run across it in the dark. It is what it is. We thought we were gonna get to see an epic space launch, but safety first, they canceled it, and I think it had something to do with all the winds. If I was on that spaceship and they had some doubts, I'd hope they'd cancel it too. You know, just saying. I'm scared to death of heights, so I wouldn't be in it in the first place. But if I was, I'm glad they canceled it. We slept like absolute kings. Just got up, made sure the boat was all right, which I knew it was, but I always like to come out and just check on things, look and see the weather. Then I can go inside and start my morning. I think Crystal's in here making some coffee. I want to give you all a quick tour of the house and the backyard to show you if you want to come, you know, what you can expect. There's a bedroom in there, bathroom, Full laundry room. What you doing, princess?
Coffee time.
I almost want to say make me one, but I'm not feeling coffee this morning.
Okay.
I mean, an absolute full kitchen. That's our bedroom in there. We just took the sheets off the bed and threw them in the washing machine. Every room's got a big, comfortable bathroom. Really good view out the back door, or back window, backyard, however you want to say it. Really cool place. You can sit out here and eat dinner. Like, you see that kayak right there? The intercoastal is 350 yards that away, and the shrimping is all right there. Red fishing, trout fishing, whatever else you want to do. And if you're a better red fisherman than me, we saw a bunch. You'll probably be able to catch a bunch. Babe, the neighbor just said he caught a bunch of fish yesterday.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
We should have went with him.
Maybe we got to hire a guide.
He really said he caught fish?
Yeah. Is it nice having a nice coffee machine in an Airbnb?
100%.
100%. All right, we'll see y'all back in Stuart, Florida. We got to cut a trail in a hurry. Got to take kids to the dentist today at 4 o'clock. So we just got back to my house, got the boat unloaded, and I'm going to show you how I clean the boat. You wouldn't think it, but that's one of the most common questions I get with this Pro Drive. Everybody asks me, how do you take it in the salt water? And if you do, how do you clean it? I'm going to show you right now. It's not going to take long, only about a minute or so. We've got a cheap little pressure cleaner we got. It's electric. And in this compartment right here, there's soap in it. And when you use the little blue head, you'll be able to see, it'll start out water. Now here comes the bubbles. I just give everything a quick rinse. You can use salt off, you can use whatever you want. I just use soap, nothing crazy fancy. That's the light right there that we use, the green light. I give it a little bath too. I go up underneath here and I spray all my batteries and my gas tank. And then the rest of the boat, I just give it a quick rinse. Does not take much. The motor is the biggest of my concerns, so I give it the best rinse. I just douse it. Every crack and crevice you can get into. Batteries, bilge pump area, get it all. Once I get done spraying everything down with soap, I take just a regular water hose and spray it all back off. Now, if I wanted to like get into a deep tissue cleanse, I would get in the boat with the pressure washer and wash everything, but it's not really dirty. All I'm doing right now is trying to wash the soap off. A lot of people have concerns about taking these Pro Drives in salt water. I take mine in it all the time and I've had zero problems. Once you rinse all the soap off, just let it dry. Took me less than 5 minutes to wash that boat off. I could get in there and scrub, but I don't need to. I just did that last week. I need to get over here and help Crystal dehead some shrimp. If you are interested in a boat like that, you can do everything on it, from the Everglades to shrimping to spearfishing in shallow water to frog gigging at night and everything in between. Pro Drive's information is in the link in the description below this video, along with outrigger lights, the lights that are on it. You don't have them all done yet?
No, but I'm making good progress. Look at the size of this one.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the one I caught.
That is ginormous.
You did good though. You caught probably most of them, except for while you were taking the nap.
I still have a long ways to go.
Yeah.
I think
I wish I had a plate of them right now that we cooked yesterday on the water.
they were good. You were chowing down.
That's a jumbo. All right, folks, I got to get off of here and help dehead some shrimp, edit this video tonight, because tomorrow we're headed back north to Lake Kissimmee to get after some catfish, maybe some crappie, some wild turkeys, and who knows what else we can get into. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. But like Jake always says, it's time to get up out of here and get the heck out of shape.